Ugh, my hair looks like something you sweep the floors with. Ugh. Okay, that's basically as good as it's gonna get. Thank you so much for being here. This is gonna be my Q&A. I asked you on my community tab to ask me some questions, and I'm gonna try and answer as many of them as possible, but I do have over 100 questions, so I'm not gonna be able to answer all of them, and I hope you understand. I'm gonna skip some questions that I've already answered, and I do have some other Q&As up on my channel, especially the one that I did before this one. Just search my channel for Q&A. There is a little looking glass. That's what it's called. If you go to my channel page, there is a looking glass. That's the button you press and you get a search bar. If you search there, you will search only my channel. That's how you find videos on my channel if you are looking for a specific review, a specific palette, a specific kind of product. If you want to see if I review something, or if you want to see if I've done a special kind of video. There you can search for Q&A and you will find the other ones I have. So I'm gonna skip some questions that I've already answered. I'm gonna answer as many of these as possible, some of them a bit more thoroughly, and some of them a bit less thoroughly, because it's gonna be easy. Some of them it's gonna be hard, and some of them I'm not gonna be able to answer because I don't have all day and I'm already been talking for a minute and a half, and I'm sorry. Did film this look, by the way. It should already be up. No, it isn't. Stop it. I did film this look and it's coming. That's what I wanted to say. I did get some questions on, like, if I were to do a makeup collab. So I'm just gonna read. This is Michelle. Why can I see her name? Wait. Michelle McPherson asked me, if you were to do a collaboration with a makeup company, who would it be with, what size of palette, and what colors would be in it? And then she said, congratulations on 40K, well, very well deserved. Thank you so much. If I were to do a collab, I would love to do an eyeshadow palette. I would really love to do an eyeshadow palette. I don't think it's in the stars for me. I don't see myself getting that big on YouTube or social media ever for me to be able to do something like that, and I'm not really salty about that. I just think that that's the way it is. There are so many people on YouTube that are so big and so influential, and everybody keeps growing, not just me. Everybody keeps growing, so I don't think I'm ever gonna like be at that point, and that's fine. If I ever did, I would hope it would be either an indie brand or a really affordable brand. Like, I'd love to do a collab with Colourpop, but so would anybody else, to be honest, to do an eyeshadow palette. I mean, I have some color schemes in my head that I would love to do, and I don't really want to give them away. I know you keep asking me, but for some reason it just feels like I want to keep them to myself, because who knows, maybe one day all the stars would align, and then it'd be a shame if I already gave it away. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'll tell you the day I quit YouTube, if I ever do, and I haven't done it. I'll tell you then. I have gotten some questions throughout like my journey on YouTube on like English and how I speak English so good, which, thank you. I don't feel like I do. Cheryl Nide. That's probably it. She said, 40K, woohoo. Angelica, I'd love to know how you came to speak English so well. Does everyone in your family speak English? Did you learn in school? In Sweden, there's actually 3 subjects you need to pass in school to finish elementary school and to finish to be able to go on to senior high school, and that is math, Swedish, and English. So English is mandatory for everybody in Sweden. Obviously, not everybody is going to be awesome at English. You do need to practice it and stuff like that, but here in Sweden, we don't dub our TV shows and films, so if it is in English, it will be in English, and it's just going to be subtitles. It's the same if it's in German or French as well. We don't dub things. We only dub things for kids like Disney movies, but normally you could still get the Disney movie in English as well if you want to see it in English. So I think that we get a lot of like training, and we hear and see English a lot in Sweden, and also we have to learn it in school. So we start learning English in school when we're 6 years old, and basically have English in school until you finish senior high school, so you're basically 18 or 19 or something like that. And I have also been playing a lot of online gaming, and then you speak a lot of English because I was playing internationally. So I've just been training a lot, and I've had some friends abroad, so I don't know. Thank you so much, but in Sweden, I think everybody in Sweden knows English. Especially my generation and younger, everybody knows English. Maria Saita. I'm sorry if that's wrong. She asked me, or she said, I know it's difficult living in Sweden and having so many brands centralized in the United States. If you could choose a couple of brands that were easier to access in Sweden, what would they be and why? First of all, I would love the brands that are actually available here in Sweden or in Europe to release their things in Europe the same time they release it in US. It is so frustrating to see brands like Too Faced and NARS release stuff like weeks or even months later here in Europe. That is so frustrating. I mean, if Fenty can release everywhere at the same time, so can everybody else. I think it's so frustrating. I wish brands would stop with that. A special brand that I would love to see here in Europe that we cannot get a hold of here is Bite Beauty. I would love to see Bite Beauty here. Also Lorac, I would love to see maybe on like Beauty Bay or Cult Beauty. That would be amazing because I would love to shop from them, but just really can't. Also, we don't have Tarte in Sweden. I don't know right now. I'm not interested in Tarte, but I know that a lot of people would be excited if they could get Tarte on Sephora in Sweden, for example. Lynn Aguilar. I'm so bad at names. I'm so sorry. Lynn asked me, how has your relationship with makeup changed since you started your YouTube channel? And this is a very interesting question, and I would say not at all. The only thing that has shown me is that I am not alone in loving colorful makeup, and there is actually people out there that is interested in colorful makeup and loves seeing colorful makeup. If anything, I have been able to really let my creativity loose and not hold back in any way. I mean, I literally do not know any person in my personal sphere that makes like that uses the same colors as me or that uses makeup the same way that I do. And I also have like an on and off mode. It's not a grayscale. It's literally like all in or nothing. If I can't do like what I really want to do, like what I feel like doing that day, like today having a blue smoky eye, if I can't do that, I'm not gonna wear any makeup at all. So I never wear makeup to work. People keep asking me that. I never wear makeup to work. Not that I couldn't. I could have makeup to work and I could have colorful makeup, maybe not this dramatic, but I could have colors to work. And my boss, I mean, she knows what I'm doing, like she knows about my YouTube channel, but I go up so early to work, so I don't. But like my relationship to makeup hasn't really changed. The only thing that has happened with YouTube is that YouTube and you has reassured me that my taste in makeup is okay. Even though other people might not like the same things as me, it's okay because there are other people out there that do like the same things as me, or at least appreciates the same things as me. And I think that it's just made me feel more comfortable liking the things that I like. That's basically what's happened. Amulia Rayo. That's probably not it either. Oh, it's not only me having a hard name. I'm so sorry. How do you deal with makeup shaming from friends? I don't get any makeup shaming from friends. If I did have a friend back in days, like we're not friends anymore, because she wasn't really my friend. I think she was just using me to make herself feel better. She was always shaming me on a bunch of things, like being slim, because I'm always been slim, using a lot of makeup. I used to work as a model and she used to shame me for that as well, and in like a subtle backhanded way, and I didn't deal with that at all. And she used to always make pointers saying that I was like superficial using makeup, but I am the least superficial person you'll ever meet because I don't use makeup to be pretty. Most of the time I don't have any makeup on at all. I have makeup on like 3 days of a week. The other days I have no makeup on and I'm fine with that. I can go to the movies or a restaurant and I go to work or a date without makeup on. I don't care. But she used to always shame me for that, and later on I realized that she had gotten a lot of fillers and she had gotten like extensions and stuff like that, and I realized that the only reason she was shaming me for these things is that she was really insecure and she needed to say those things to make herself feel more secure, and I didn't call her out on it back then, and I probably wouldn't at this time either. But now when time has like progressed, I realize now why she said those things to me. She said it because she was insecure about herself, but I always thought of her as a super smart and funny and beautiful girl, and she always had guys swarming her, so I don't really know what that insecurity came from. But I would have to say that if you do feel like people are shaming you for your makeup, just tell them that thank God the makeup is on you and not on them. Like, people need to like not get involved with things that don't really have anything to do with them. Like, it's not like you're putting makeup on others, you're putting makeup on yourself, and if that bothers them, they can leave. Savannah Woods asked me, oh well, she wrote a long comment. She said, I know you work in a professional setting. I do. I work in like an office setting, and I was wondering if you ever been viewed as not professional or work appropriate because of your makeup. I myself am a mathematics physics major with green hair and an overwhelming joy for colorful makeup. Sounds awesome. What is your experience with professionalism and makeup? Have you ever been perceived as vain or less intelligent because of this hobby? I would love your advice on this subject because I really look up to you and see you as beautiful and intelligent. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. And if you've been on my channel for a really long time, you know that I used to have like pastel hair. I used to have purple and pink, and I used to have really dark purple hair, and I still worked in the same kind of professional setting then as well. I think that it's all about your attitude, and when it comes, some people will say like, oh, I can't carry that much makeup on my face, I'm gonna look weird. But I would too if I was like you have to be like present, and you have to be proud of how you look. When I colored my hair purple and I came to my job, and my boss, like not my current boss, it was at my old job, same job, different place, he was like, oh, purple hair, and I was like, yeah, awesome, right? Like, don't leave any open doors for them to tell you that maybe you shouldn't have that. I was like, yeah, awesome, right? Like, and he was like, yeah, seems fun. And that's basically that. I don't think I leave any way for them to sneak that in. Because I had blue eyeshadow once at work, and one of the ladies in the line to the coffee machine was like, blue eyeshadow? I was like, yeah, awesome, right? Makes me so happy. What is she gonna say? I mean, she can't tell me that it's not work appropriate, which it wasn't like this. It was just a light blue thing. It was subtle, but it was still a little blue. I mean, what is she gonna say? No, it shouldn't make you happy. You look awful. Go home, clean that off. I just feel like with confidence, you can get away with anything. And normally, if you dye your hair green, you probably is already like giving that vibe. So I just feel like if you're not giving the opportunity for people to sit on you and tell you you're vain, I don't think that they will, because people are insecure themselves, and they're not going to be like, the first thing they do is not going to be opening an argument with you, telling you that no, that looks horrible. You should fix that. It's only on internet that happens. In real life, people are not that rude. I did get a question from Agnieszka. I think that's it. Kobylanska. Is that right? That could be right. Congratulations, you've earned it with your hard work and passion for sure. Thank you so much. As for the Q&A, do you do other people's makeup often? If yes, then are those only closest friends, family, and do you feel comfortable in it? I can do my own makeup well, but when somebody asks me to do theirs, I'm terrified. I don't work as a makeup artist, and I have not been to school as a makeup artist. In Sweden, you don't have to have a certificate to call yourself a makeup artist. I have done some freelance work. I've worked with live television. I have worked with photo shoots. I have worked with some commercials, and I like inspiring others with like this through social media more than I like applying makeups to others. So I don't do that anymore, but I still do some kind of work on models at times if it's friends, because I used to work as a model, so I do have some friends that are models and photographers, so sometimes I help. I do makeup on friends and family sometimes if they ask me, and I also tell them then that I don't really like doing neutral makeup, so I try to do something more colorful on them as well. I am very lucky to have very beautiful friends that are very open for colorful makeup, so sometimes I do really fun stuff. I have showed some on my like Snapchat, or I don't use Snapchat that much anymore. Sometimes, mostly it's Instagram stories, although I don't like the filters on Instagram stories, and I really like filters, so it comes and goes. But I've done some makeup on my friends, and I do think it's fun, and I still do it at times because it's fun to do others' makeup, but I don't like doing it like I want to decide. I think that's basically it. I want to decide. I want to decide what they have, so that's why I only do it on my friends when I get to decide what kind of makeup they're having. That's basically it. I did get a fun question from Katie M, and she said, I really like Scandinavian fiction, translated into English of course. Who is your favorite Swedish author? I do have a favorite Swedish author, and her name is Simona Ahrnstedt. I will try and remember to put that down in the description box. If I forget it, let me know so I can put it there. She does have some books translated to English. She is writing within the romance genre, so it's 18 and up, okay, people? But she writes very good things. She writes current things, she also writes historical things, and historical things are really nice because it's like Swedish historical things, and I know that her books has been translated to English, so I really do recommend you reading her books if you're into romance or like non-violent 50 Shades of Grey, basically. Dahlia 1337 Elite says, congrats. My question is, did you find your way back into WoW, World of Warcraft? You showed some pics of playing again on Snapchat, if I remember correctly. And what other games are you playing or excited about coming out soon? So I am like super faithful when it comes to games, so I have not been playing that many games. I don't like first-person shooters, so I don't like Counter-Strike or games like that. I did play some WoW, but right now I'm not playing. I'm probably gonna come back when the new expansion comes, although I have not been reading up on that at all. But I'm probably gonna come back and play it then. Right now I am playing some Diablo with my boyfriend because we like playing together, you know, couples that play together stay together. That kind of thing. So we play some Diablo right now actually, and we also play some League of Legends. My favorite character in League of Legends is Nami and Sona. Those are my favorite characters, especially Nami. Nami is so amazing. So yeah, those are the games that I play right now. My boyfriend doesn't really like League of Legends though. He thinks that it's boring, that it's always like starting again, but I love that. Like, you fluffed up last game, you're getting a new chance. It's awesome. Alejandra Herrera asked me, would you collab with a big YouTuber if you had the opportunity to so? And yes, if it was a YouTuber that I watch, respect, and like I wouldn't, like, numbers don't get to me that much, and if you look at the people that I have collabed with, you would probably see that. I have collabed with some that are bigger than me and some that are smaller than me, and numbers doesn't really like bother me that much. I just want to collab with people that I love and respect and that I enjoy watching. So if somebody that I enjoy watching wanted to collab with me, that would be amazing. I try to do it if I have time. Right now I've been really, like, time has been short, but I mean, if somebody that I love, that I watch, wanted to collab with me, I would, sure. Why wouldn't I? That would be amazing. I do watch some bigger YouTubers and YouTubers around like 100, 200, 300,000 as well. I mean, I'd be super flattered, of course, if they wanted to collab with me, but just seeking out a bigger YouTuber to collab with, that's not really my thing though. Natasha House says, congrats, you're the best. Thank you, you're awesome too. Do you have a favorite Star Wars movie character? Have you ever done cosplay? Would you ever? And what character would you like to portray? And I've never done cosplay. I would love to do cosplay, but I don't have the energy to fix all of that myself. If somebody else were to fix my costume, I would love to be Sarah Kerrigan, like the Queen of Blades from StarCraft. Like, if anyone can make that happen, I'm open for wearing that for Halloween. If I have a favorite Star Wars movie character, I mean, obviously it's Leia. I mean, she's the original, like, girl boss. Like, she's like, I don't need your help, I'm just gonna strangle this fat blob next to me on my own. Like, I love that. She is like feminine without having the need for someone to totally save her. She's more of a team player. She's not the damsel in distress, and I really like that. And also she's beautiful, an iconic hairdo and iconic dresses, and like, she's sassy and smart, and I really like her. She's definitely my favorite. Oh, a Hazel Eye artist asked me, how about if you started your own makeup brand? What is the first thing you'd release, except you can't release eyeshadows or brushes? Love your channel. Thank you. I would obviously, if I could choose freely, I would obviously release eyeshadows because eyeshadows is my absolute favorite. But I think that if I could release anything free from that, I'd love to release some kind of face compacts that were like split pans, because I love that concept. Like a matte blush with a glowy blush, or like something like that. I've seen some of those things, but I still like, that is one of my favorite things to find brands doing. So I would love to release more of that, because I have some amazing, I feel like myself, that I would love to buy ideas for things that could be in split pans. So I would totally release something like that. I think that would be so much fun. SV says, I hope I'm not late, but I wanted to ask you if you could pronounce your name, because I am sure I've never pronounced it correctly. I actually want to tell you something. Somebody sent me this. I don't remember if it was Instagram stories or Snapchat, but somebody sent me that if you type my name the way it's spelled here on YouTube on Google, Google like the talking things when they will pronounce things for you, they say it perfectly. Like Google has my name down so good. My name is Angelica Nyqvist. Which is very Swedish. My boyfriend actually is half Italian, so if we would ever to be married, I would have a very difficult name. I don't think I'd change my YouTube name if we got married, because that would be hard. That is harder than Nyqvist. Way harder. Ooh, Maggie Dean has another question about World of Warcraft. I have to answer this one, sorry. If you don't like computer games, what can I say? I'm a geek, I love it. What's your favorite WoW race and faction? What do you think about the Dark Ladies action that we've seen so far? And for makeup, what is your least favorite colorful shade? What do you think about the Dark Ladies actions that we've seen so far? I haven't played WoW for like quite a while, so I have not been like keeping up with what's going on in WoW at all. So I hear that I've been missing some things, but I have no idea what that's about. But actually now I'm intrigued. Maybe I need to Google that and see. My favorite race and faction, I play a Draenei mage, and I've actually changed my mage to a troll mage. But I love playing Alliance and I love playing Draenei. They are the prettiest race. I used to play Draenei back when you got a % hit from Draenei, which was amazing, but I still love Draenei and I would never pick another faction, and I love playing Alliance, so I'm gonna have to go with Draenei. I love playing that. Love it. What's your least favorite colorful shade? I've talked about this before, but for some reason, I do have a blue look on today, but for some reason I never gravitate towards like teals. And I need to do something about that. I need to do something teal, because I never gravitate towards that. And when I see like a pop of teal in the palette, I'm instantly like, yawn, because that's not my that's not my thing. But it could be. Could be. Rebecca Darling asks me, what is your current relationship with food and exercise and body image? How has it changed over time? I have basically like, I have the same size in clothes that I had when I was in like 8th grade. Like not a lot has changed. I have never been much into exercise. I do like running, but right now I don't have the time. This is my body type. I am a size 34, 36. I have no idea what that is in American, but in like a European 34, 36. I don't know what that is, like a UK 8. I don't know. I have no idea. But I like my body. I've always liked my bodies. All of us have things that we are insecure about, like things that we wish were a bit different. But to be honest, I like most of me. I like my face. I like my legs. I have really long, thin legs. Like, I don't really have a waist, but that's okay because I have really nice shoulders and really thin hips, so I'll just show off my legs and hips and shoulders and all of this thing. I'll just skip that. So I like me. And I know that a lot of people are insecure about yourself, and I also think that it's like a thing to be insecure, because it's kind of frowned upon to say like, I like me, I think I'm pretty, I think I look good. I always say like, yeah, I'm above average. But if you like yourself too, make sure to let people know. Like, you don't have to make like a plaque and go out in town, but if somebody asks you like, how do you feel about yourself and your body, tell them that you like it, because maybe you'll inspire someone else to realize that maybe they like their body as well. And if I had time, I'd exercise more, yes, but I don't have time, so I don't give myself like flack for not doing it, because I do the best I can, and that's fine. My relationship with food, I eat whatever I want whenever I feel like it. I love food, but I never overeat. I'm the worst person to take to a buffet ever, like all of those like all you can eat buffets, because I get full so fast. I never get my money's worth. It's awful. Rambler Jam asked me, how do you picture yourself being when you're old? I'm gonna be one of those old ladies with like colorful lipstick and pink hair. I know it. That's gonna be me. Jacob Fargo asks me, what are your thoughts on men in makeup? And I honestly don't see how that could be a problem for anyone, because like, just let people live. Like, let them do whatever they want. If somebody wants to wear makeup, let them wear makeup. If they don't want to wear makeup, then they don't have to. Like, I don't understand how people think that they have the right to decide for other people what they're supposed to do with their life. Like, do whatever makes you happy and don't question what makes other people happy. As long as they're not hurting anyone, like, you go with it. It's the same with like same-sex marriages. Like, I have no idea why straight people can be against that. Like, they're not forcing you to marry someone of your own sex. Like, it's not like we're canceling like traditional marriages. Like, we're just adding. Like, how does this even affect you? Like, sometimes I just don't get people. I say, you do you, boo. If you love wearing makeup, you wear makeup. Whatever gender you feel like you are doesn't have anything to do with makeup. Go wild. Carolyn Anderson asks me, well, she writes, so exciting. I know, right? And if you had to choose between going without either eyeshadow, mascara, or brow products for 1 month, which would you go without? Mascara. Like, I don't need mascara. I feel like sometimes mascara completes the look, but I could totally go without mascara for a month. I'll be fine. Cass Holguin? That could be it. Hi! Your videos are such an inspiration to go outside of what's considered the norm. Thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. My question, would you like to move to another country sometime in the future? If so, where? I love Sweden. I could totally make a video on how amazing Sweden is and why. But so I personally don't see myself moving to another country. But my boyfriend is in research. He is finishing up his PhD degree. So after he's done that, he wants to do a postdoc abroad. And if he wants to do that, that's his career, and I'm gonna support him and go with him wherever he wants to do that. I'm hoping it's an English-speaking country, because I'm really bad at other languages. So I'm probably gonna follow him abroad if he wants to do his postdoc abroad. So we are probably gonna move abroad, but it's gonna be for his dream, not for mine. Riva Saltstitch says, congratulations, thank you, deserve it so much. Thank you. I wonder what are people's reactions when you put super colorful makeup on. Did you get any bad remarks from strangers about it? Sometimes I feel like people are looking at me like I'm crazy when I put colorful makeup on, because I'm not in the mold, you know. And even if I try to have confidence, it's hard sometimes. Did you ever get the feeling when you love the look you just created and then you go out and you start feeling bad because someone stares at you? And she has another question as well. Not really, because I don't care what people think about my makeup. Like, it doesn't affect them. Most of the time I get like compliments for wearing colorful and fun makeup, and if people stare at me, I don't really care about people's opinions about me. Like, sometimes guys will tell you, I prefer less makeup, and I would just say like, so wear less makeup. What the fuck's that got to do with me? Like, I don't care. I'm wearing makeup for me, and if people stare at me, I don't care. If they don't want to wear what I'm wearing, like, thankfully it's on me and not on them, so I don't care. I literally don't care, and most of the time I just get compliments, and if people stare, I don't think I even I don't think I even see it. What does your boyfriend think about makeup? Does he care about it? She asked also to see some footage of the new doggy, and I put that on Instagram stories, so don't forget to add me on Instagram, because I do put some footage of the doggy there. My boyfriend really likes makeup. He told me once, like, and I think that this is very fitting, like how I look upon makeup as well. He said that I don't prefer you with or without makeup. It's not like one of them is more prettier than the other. It's just different. They're both pretty, they're just different. And that's how I look upon makeup as well. I'm not doing makeup to be prettier or anything like that. It's just different. It's just fun to try something else. And he likes colors the way that I like color. He thinks that this lip color is boring. If I wear neutral things, he will say like, oh, you got one of those boring things on. And sometimes when I have a gloss, like a nude gloss, and I kiss him and he gets some gloss on his lips, and I said like, oh, you got some color there? And he looks in the mirror, he's like, this isn't the color. So he really likes fun makeup as well, and that's good for me because I'm not into beige. Let me see if I have any more questions that I can answer, because we've already been filming for so long. Let me see. Oh, wait, I'm gonna do this one. And this is gonna be the last question I answer, because I've been talking for so long. I would love to do a Q&A in the future, or maybe even a live Q&A. I'm sorry if I missed your question. You all had so amazing questions. I do tend to answer questions in like my comments if I see them, when I do get comments on my normal videos as well. If there's something that you really wanted to know, you can always ask again, and I'll try and see it and answer then. But Connie Claxton said, it'd be so cool to see a younger photo of you, or to hear if you have any siblings. Okay, so I am gonna put some photos here of me when I was younger, me from before, and I'm also gonna put a picture here of me and my siblings. I have 3 brothers, 2 younger and 1 older. All of my 3 brothers are either married or are living with their girlfriends and have kids, all 3 of them. And we are pretty similar in age, and we had so much fun when we were younger, like playing and stuff. And I love this picture as well, because I already know what picture I put up on us, and I think it's such a good picture with all 4 of us when we were younger, and you can just see how mischievous we are. I grew up in a small town, and we just had so much fun playing in the woods together. So yeah, I really love this photo of us, and I tried to show some other photos as well. I could let me see what I can find, but yeah, I'm gonna end with that. Thank you so much for all the questions. Thank you so much for all the well wishes. I'm so happy that we are actually at 41k when I'm filming this, which is so mind-boggling. I never thought that I would reach a number like that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching all of this. If you have watched this to the end, to the very end, let me know by putting some heart emojis down in the comments. Thank you again for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!